Greetings and welcome, or welcome back as the case may be. Yes, today we're trying something really different. I'm using my phone to record a video because I wanted to record something that I was asked about and decided that would make a good post, especially for Thursday where I'm trying to give you glimpses into my life. You may not really be interested in that, but what the heck. So with that in mind, what does my to be read pile, my TBR pile, what does it look like? Well, here you go. This is my TBR pile. Let me get it down a little closer. So as you can see, there's quite a bit to it. But what is actually in it? Well, one, right here at the top is, let's move around so you can see it a little better, is Where the Monsters Hide. This is a anthology produced by the writing group I belong to, the Moorhead Friends writing group. And so it's at the top of my pile right now. So let's move on to the next one. What's beneath it? These are some books by another member of the Moorhead Friends writing group. They're retellings of fairy tales. So she, at least in part, does some things that, like I do. And then here's Tina Holland's book, Dealing with the Dead, which is also in the Moorhead Friends writing group. And then there's this one that's been there for a while. It's from the writers conference that UND does, the English department puts on every spring semester. And I picked up this book from one of our guests, and I'm afraid to say I just haven't gotten around to it. So then I'm looking for inspiration for more of my stories. So here's some German folk and fairy tales. We've got The Death of King Arthur, which if you're paying attention to the old ways that I'm reading on Tuesdays right now, there's some nice background reading I'm doing for it. Then I've picked up a few other nice little books at a local author fair. And I'm reading Dr. Becky's. She's a YouTube personality and astrophysicist. So I'm reading one of her books. And then there's Bob Magoo's book. This was pitched to me as think of a redneck wizard with a meth addiction problem. And so, and as familiar as a possum. So, of course, I had to pick that up. J.D. Blackrose is another good friend of mine. She's not in any of the writing groups I'm in, but I've been reading her series. And so I've got the next few installments of it to get out of the way. Sorry, J.D. Then I'm reading for some Choctaw mythology and stories because format star, the end of Mel's story, Mel and Sarah's story, may involve some of the spirits of the Native Americans. I'm not trying to tell their stories, do not get me wrong. But I'm interested in maybe some of theirs. How do they feel about these colonial deities fighting on their land? So I'm trying to learn some about it so I can do it right, so I can make them a little believable when they appear and say, hey, no, this ain't going to happen. So that's my TBR pile. And let's turn the camera around and see some of my messy living room. So that's what's going on. That's, that's my TBR pile. Get the light going here right so you can see me again. And hopefully you enjoyed that little slice into the life and mind of a madman. Anyway, hope to see you again next time. Hope you enjoyed this. If you do, give us that thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good day.